Alright, let's get right into the jungle of strings. Why are there so many options? A valid question, and the answer is to satisfy your preferences. Okay, and because we love strings in all variations, you can never have enough strings. However, I've often witnessed discussions about sampled strings that had a very emotional component, and I guess that's because it is an emotional topic for us passionate musicians. And we're guilty. It may look like we're not making this easier for you, but let me make it up to you with a guide that should really help. It will look like this in the end. But let me guide you through the setup product by product. Sit back and relax and use the timeline below to jump between the different chapters. A great alternative if you want to decide by ear without me talking all the time, here's a video with Guy Bacchus that will compare the sound of all these collections. So let's define our string collections with 3 decisive factors. What is the section size? Chamber, orchestral, supersized? It makes a huge difference. Second, where have the instruments been recorded? Room size and the location of the players and microphones are very important. Third, what was the recording philosophy? Was it in stereo and on the dry side, like with our synchronized collections recorded in our silent stage and reverberated with impulse responses to fit our synchron stage? Or is it a multi-mic recording that also captures the magnificent sound of our synchron stage Vienna, which is what we did with our synchron series and the magnificent Big Bang Orchestra series? So here's an overview of our current string worlds: synchronized, synchron, and our Big Bang Orchestra series, with spin-offs and additional string sections that are nowhere else to be found. Let's start with the solo strings. Self-explanatory instruments, right now only available in our synchronized product line. But already in the pipeline for our synchron series, the recordings are already done. Part 1 features regular articulations, Part 2 features a concertino version. Tons of articulations. Next up, small string ensembles. Nimble, flexible, precise performances. There's our synchronized chamber strings with regular and sordino playing techniques with 6 first violins, 6 second violins, 4 violas, 3 cellos and 2 double basses. For the synchron series, it's our synchron elite strings with slightly bigger section sizes, 6, 5, 4, 4 and 3, that really made heads turn. Unleashed and raw performances, you can tell how comfortable all musicians feel at Synchron Stage Vienna. I'll insert the famous and super special synchronized dimension strings here with section sizes 8, 8, 6, 6 and 4, which provide access to each separate player for exquisite control of the tone weight. An incredible tool to shape your custom string sound. And that brings us to the classic orchestral section sizes. The first string section we ever recorded, orchestral strings 1 and 2, 14, 10, 8 and 6 players, are currently only available for our VI collections, but will be made available as synchronized versions later this year. Our prestigious Synchron series offers 3 products with similar section sizes. Synchron Strings 1 with 14, 10, 8, 8 and 6 players, Synchron Strings Pro with the same section sizes, and Synchron FX Strings 1. Synchron Strings 1 and Synchron Strings Pro both come with slightly smaller section sizes than we used for the main section of Synchron Duality strings, and a recording philosophy that lets you separate the sections a bit more than what we had in mind with the more overlapping mic setup we applied to create the warm, more epic and lusher sound of Synchron Duality strings. In the process from Synchron Strings 1 to Pro, our focus shifted from recording a lot of velocities for each articulation with Synchron Strings 1, the first string library ever recorded in Synchron Stage Vienna, to providing more vivid musical performances, which proved to be the correct decision with Synchron Strings Pro. So we adapted many of the multi-velocity articulations from Synchron Strings 1 as a basis for Synchron Strings Pro and added new recordings, especially for the legatos, which makes Synchron Strings Pro kind of an improved Synchron Strings 1 and allows for super precise musical work throughout the whole dynamic range. And here's an extra tip. If you want to check out the basics of all string sections of Synchron Strings Pro separately, our Big Bang Orchestra collections Tana to Xenia cover all 5 sections with all available microphones of the Synchron Strings Pro full library. Next, we covered the unusual sounds a complex string ensemble can create. That's where Synchron FX Strings 1 enters the stage. It's a large string ensemble with 50 players divided in 6 sections: 14 first violins, 10 second violins, 6 first violas, 6 second violas, 8 cellos, and 6 double basses, with a very well-stacked mixer that provides access to all sections. So you can easily isolate each string section. It's like a magical sound box and probably one of the most underrated string collections out there. And BBO Regulus is the great budget alternative to the bigger collection, once again with all mics of the Synchron FX Strings 1 full library. And the Big Bang Orchestra series also offers a few collections with exclusive string sections that can be found nowhere else. Big Bang Orchestra Lyra and Muska come with high and low strings. Lyra features 14 first violins, 12 second violins and 8 violas playing in unison and in octaves. Muska comes with 6 cellos and 4 double basses. Super helpful for those often used passages with the secret sauce of an actual live recording of 2 to 3 sections, balanced and vivid. And in 2023, we were ready for another innovation with our extraordinary Synchron Duality strings, recorded simultaneously in Stage A and Stage B of Synchron Stage Vienna, with 14 plus 8 first violins, 12 plus 6 second violins, 10 plus 5 violas, 10 plus 5 cellos, and 6 plus 3 double basses. We were after a massive yet flexible sound, and it comes with 3 different flavors: regular, concertino, and colors, with a focus on the quiet range of those string sections. Fascinating recordings that sound bigger and warmer than the more precise Synchron Strings 1 and Pro, which also means that they will need a little more space in your mix, so it's a good thing to have a choice there. You'll definitely hear the difference in our many demos and videos. I have linked all relevant playlists in the video description below. Finally, we're arriving at the supersized sections with the synchronized appassionata strings and 76 string players. 20 first violins, 20 second violins, 14 violas, 12 cellos and 10 double basses deliver a soaring string sound that fits the big screen and comes with a beautifully rounded tone. And this completes our synchronized strings offerings. But of course, we were able to go even bigger than that, with Big Bang Orchestra Zodiac and 112 string players. Picture that many musicians. And of course, the sound is overwhelming, especially in combination with the 12 horn players and 9 trombones that are also part of this special package. Lush, smooth, warm and powerful, this collection really makes a statement. And that's it already. Well, almost. Your kids should be asleep by now, But there's still something I need to tell you, and that's pretty good news for everyone with a tight budget. We offer entry-level products that contain the essential parts of the Synchronized and Synchron series. All Synchronized strings are also available with their essential articulations in the Synchronized Special Editions, which also feature an incredible amount of other instruments. Volume 1 comes with solo strings, orchestra strings, and harp 1. Volume 2 includes chamber strings and some bonus basics of appassionata strings. Volume 3 features our appassionata strings exclusively, and Volume 5 is all about dimension strings. So the Synchronized Special Editions are a great way to get the essentials of the bigger Synchronized collections, and of course you'll benefit from upgrade paths whenever you're ready to get those bigger collections. Finally, our Synchron Prime Edition covers all the basics you need from our bigger Synchron collections, including Synchron Strings Pro and Synchron Elite strings. I hope that explains the basic structure and thinking behind all these collections we have recorded over the last 20 years. Of course, we took advantage of each technological progress we made in software development, so quite a few things we had to do manually back then are now integrated into the playback engine of our powerful Synchron Player software. Find detailed articulation lists for all our instruments on the respective product pages if you want to dig a little deeper, and please get in touch with us if you'd like to know more or if you have any questions. Have a beautiful day.